What could make the user experience of a mechanical keyboard better? Turns out the answer is magnetic fields? Let's take a look at the A75 keyboard from DrunkDeer and find out if Hall effect switches can elevate your typing experience. Before we dive in, I want to mention that DrunkDeer sent me the A75 keyboard for the purpose of making this review. However, I was not paid to make this video, and I will be giving my objective opinion of the A75. At first, when you unbox the A75, it looks like many other keyboards on the market. Granted, it's a nice-looking keyboard with a clean presentation, shine-through keycaps, and a volume knob. The 75% layout and the functionality of the A75 are not what makes it special. It's all in the switches. The A75 uses Hall effect switches developed in-house by DrunkDeer. These switches don't utilize typical mechanical switch components. Instead, they use the power of magnetic fields to register key presses, and the real magic is that you can adjust the sensitivity of the switches to customize your experience, from lightning-quick response at just 0.4 millimeters of travel to slower response requiring a bottom out at 3.6 millimeters. There are 9 total sensitivity settings to choose from. This makes the A75 potentially a great keyboard for someone who types a lot for work, but also does some gaming. Because high typing accuracy and fast reaction inputs for gaming require different switch responses. The Hall effect switches developed by DrunkDeer also have what they call the never miss feature, which is something gamers will appreciate. The switches in the A75 use the same point in travel for both activation and reset, so multiple rapid key presses are registered without missing. DrunkDeer has customization software for the A75 currently available on Windows only, but thankfully you don't need to use the software to adjust the switch sensitivity. All you have to do is use the Function 2 key in combination with numbers 1 through 9 to set the sensitivity. Now, Hall effect switches are not brand new technology. They've been around for quite a while, and they're known to be more durable and reliable compared to traditional mechanical switches, because they have no physical contacts that can wear out over time. They have a feel like an extremely smooth linear switch, registering sound only at the bottom out and at the top of travel, meaning there's no tactile bump or click mid-travel. So that's what makes the A75 keyboard special, but let's cover the other specs that are a little more common for mechanical keyboards. The A75 features a 75% layout and has a full ABS case, aluminum plate, and some insulation between the PCB and plate as well as in the bottom of the case. The included keycaps are ABS shine-through and include both Windows and Mac keycaps. The switches are of course not hot swappable, but you can replace the keycaps with standard MX-style caps if you want to. The A75 is compatible with Windows and Mac, and it also seemed to work fine on my iPad Pro as well. You can switch between Mac and Windows layouts by pressing the Function 2 key and either W or M. The connectivity of the A75 is wired only. There's no wireless connectivity options for the current model. The RGB backlighting has 19 available color effects, and you can do further customization if you use the software that's available on Windows. It has 1-position fold-out feet that provide 1 additional typing angle, although the incline is already pretty comfortable with a standard wrist rest while it's laying flat. The price of the A75 is $149, however it's currently being offered at $129, and if you use my coupon code SEMIPROTECH, you'll get an additional $26 off the price. Check the description for a link and the coupon code if you're interested. I've spent a few days using the A75 as my keyboard for my work-from-home job and my creative work. Here are my initial observations and impressions. First off, the switches are pretty amazing. From the standpoint of being able to adjust the activation point and how smooth they are, they really executed on the main selling point of this keyboard. I personally don't even really like linear switches all that much, but these felt great. They're so smooth that they make my Newfie Night Breeze switches feel almost scratchy by comparison. The overall typing experience is almost there for me. As I said, the switches are fantastic. It's the materials of the other components I think that make it fall just a little short from being truly awesome. I think perhaps a more dense case, some additional insulation, and PBT keycaps would really make it fantastic. The ABS case and keycaps make it feel a little bit lightweight and thin-sounding in my opinion, and mine has some pretty noticeable case ping, which is likely due to the aluminum plate. These factors just prevent it from feeling truly premium to me. However, if the goal of the A75 is primarily to be an affordable Hall effect keyboard, they definitely succeeded. Now, as they tell you in the startup guide, I definitely found the super fast 0.4mm activation way too prone to errors as far as typing accuracy while working. The slightest little grazing of the switch will register a press on the fastest setting. On the other end of the spectrum, the 3.6mm setting, which is number 9, I found to be a little bit too far for my personal preferences. For work, I enjoy setting number 7 the most. Now, I don't do a lot of gaming myself, but in the little bit of gaming I do, I definitely can see how the more shallow activation settings have a benefit. The RGBs were well executed on the A75. They get pretty bright and they look great with the shine-through keycaps. And there are plenty of different modes to choose from. Of course, wireless connectivity would be nice, but that would likely raise the price. Overall, I really like the typing feel of the Hall effect switches in the A75. But like I mentioned, when you consider the keyboard in its entirety, I think the rest of the build makes it feel a little bit short of a premium keyboard. So who is the A75 for? Well, if you do at least some typing for work or for your hobbies and you also do some gaming, the A75 provides the rare ability to adjust your switch sensitivity, so it's a great fit for that type of user. Also, if you really enjoy smooth linear switches, like really smooth linear switches, even if you don't need to adjust the sensitivity, these are pretty awesome. Now, on the flip side, if you like the Hall effect switches and you're interested in the A75, but you really are looking for a super premium keyboard with higher end build materials, maybe wait and see if DrunkDeer comes out with a more premium model in the future. Alright, that's going to do it for my initial impressions of the A75. I hope you found this review helpful. Let me know in the comments if you have this keyboard or any other Hall effect keyboard and what you think. And let me know if you have any questions about the A75 as well. Don't forget to use my coupon code SemiProTech if you decide to purchase the A75, and also subscribe to the SemiPro Tech and Gear channel so you can be notified when I come out with future videos. Thanks everybody. See you next time.